G'day, how you going? So I've been filming with my film camera, the OM1, for a couple of weeks now. So I went out for a normal photo walk with Jerry, took out my OMD EM10. I was looking through the viewfinder and it was like, what's going on here? Because I'd completely forgotten about the 4:3. The 4:3 aspect ratio, kind of like, I had to remember about the 4:3 aspect ratio, because with this, it's been the 3:2 aspect ratio, the 35mm. The 4:3 aspect ratio kind of fits two main formats. There's the, if you have a look, I did a little thing here, the 10x8" and the 8x6". The 4:3 aspect ratio actually is pretty awesome because it practically nearly fits an A4 paper. So if you want to print on A4, or it's just a perfect size for the A4. There's the 3:2, because if you remember in the old days, I did a little this is the photo of Jerry I printed, because it's 35mm 3x2. So, and you remember every time you took to get your film developed, it was always the 6x4s. So I mean, if you have a look in all the shops, every frame, the majority of the frames are 6x4. So there's only really three aspect ratios that I really use, that I think most people use too. It's the 4:3, which is the complete, the whole thing, the 1:1, and the 16:9. Personally, I think that the 4:3 format is, I think it's like the Goldilocks of the formats, of the aspect ratios. It's kind of like between the 3:2, normal full frame aspect ratio, and the 1:1 aspect ratio, which a lot of the medium format cameras use. And for me, I don't know, so it's wide enough, it's tall, it gives you more height. I don't know, for me, I kind of feel like it's like a Goldilocks kind of aspect ratio. Hey, you went for a big walk, didn't we, on the weekend? Ideally, when you're out there, you want to see what you're photographing. So you want to set these aspect ratios in camera, so you know that you're not going to miss out on the edges or whatever, so you can position it properly. I use the multi-function button, the F2 button. You hold down the F2 key, and then you turn the wheel until you get to the image aspect ratio one. And then now when you press the F2, you can quickly change between the different aspect ratios. A funny thing I found, I didn't even notice this, there's a 3:4, which is the portrait of the 4:3. And if you select that, what it does is it puts it in portrait mode. So you don't have to keep on doing that. I mean, it's not a big deal, but if you're going to shoot like portraits, and you want to just keep on doing that, you can use that. Now remember, this is all for JPEGs. So the end result only affects the JPEG. So the optimum thing to do then is to shoot RAW plus JPEG. So if you ever want to go back and go, oh, well, shit, I didn't like that, you've always got that RAW full 4:3 picture that's always in the bank. But you've also got the aspect ratio chosen in camera applied to the JPEG. While I was editing, I noticed a lot of the times using those three, especially with the 16:9, yeah, you crop a lot out. You're missing a lot of stuff, and the 1:1, obviously. So that's what so that harps back to what I said before. When you're out there, use those crop things, use those aspect ratios in camera, so you know so you know what you're going to miss out on or what to include. If you see there, I ended up buying that painting of Jerry. The guy sent it to us. The guy who painted it is quite famous, actually. I looked him up. He's pretty well-known artist. I bought it off him, and he laminated it, and I put it in a little frame. You know, while I was in the mood of printing, I went and got a canvas print. How cool is that, eh? And because it's like it was a photo of a painting, it kind of, when you're on canvas, you know those canvas things that you can get photos done on? It turned out awesome. Anyway, what I did, I went and bought a Holga 120 film. If you don't know what this is 120 film. It's like a toy camera, but it takes 120 film. I'll be doing a few videos on that. Just for the hell of it, just for a bit of fun. I'll take out the old Holga. I think you only get 12 shots, so that'll be a quick video. It's good to be back on digital, because that bloody film is costing me a fortune. It's a pain in the ass going back and forward. There's not many shops that process it anymore. There's a shop in my local town where it still says 1 hour photos, and I went in there. I go, well, have you got do you process film? And they go, oh no, we haven't done that for years. I'm like, oh, well, why is your bloody sign up saying 1 hour photos? And I said, well, do you sell film? And they didn't even sell film. I mean, crying it. So, I mean, the main thing they do is now, all these shops, they just print out digital copies, and they only sell frames and shit. Hey, Jerry. Jerry. Hey. You want to say goodbye? Hey, yes. Hey, come here. Jerry. You. Jerry. What? You see the photo? You see the painting that they did of you? You're famous now, Jerry. You're famous. You say goodbye. No. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.